good, just type good, not good, boring, whatever the case may be. Good, fine. Yeah, we need more responses because this should be more of participation than one person talking. Not bad today, but little boring. Good, it's good. It's all part of the journey. Sometimes it's good, and other times it's not good. It's all about the data. Okay, so before we begin the session, I like to welcome Sir. Thank you so much for joining us. So for today, or before we begin, do we have any past pending tax? Did we receive any pending tax from last session? Or probably we had some questions, so is here, maybe he can address some of them before we move forward.
Yes, this is Kalai here.
Okay, I
The
guess.
last session. Yeah, Kalai here.
Okay. All right. So let's move over today into this session. So please, I like this session to be interactive. Okay. We are all learning. Okay. I'm also just like you are. So I hope that will also give you more flexibility when it comes to interaction. And please, if you can understand the accent, you can also type in the chat box so that I can be more slower. Today, we will be looking at MFA. And if you know what is MFA, just type in the comment section. MFA, what's the full form of MFA? Anyone, just in 1 second. MFA, multi-factor authentication. That's awesome. MFA was good, good, good. So I think we all have a idea about MFA because nowadays most of the applications we use, they require MFA. Okay, so what exactly is MFA? We know the full form, but then what is MFA? What's the applicability of MFA and so forth? So I just give a summary of what exactly MFA is in our lay understanding. So in past time, like some years back, most of the process of authenticating ourselves into applications, in the websites and so forth, they were based on username and passwords. So most times they will ask you to put in your password or your username for your credential. And once you've entered those details, automatically you are logged into your system. That came to a halt, or it came to a standstill, or probably it introduced some problems because the attackers then started to gain access to those credentials, to those passwords. Even like today, it's still being used, but time and time requirements or regulations are now requiring that companies introduce those kinds of systems. So now instead of you having just one type of means of authenticating yourself into a web application, then this MFA was introduced. So it's more like introducing two or more type of authentication mechanism. So it serves as layer of security. So we had the password, and now we can add one more or two or three or any amount probably you wish to add as a layer of security for authenticating access to a particular system. Now, Why this is important? It's important because um, as of now, people can or attackers can be able to gain access to your system by simply sending you maybe a fake Facebook link that you can type in your username and password, or through whatever means they can get that credential, and they can just log in. But because of the second layer, um, they should have another form of authentication. So even though they have access to the um, username and password, automatically that doesn't require them to log in. Okay, so that second layer is there as a security. And like I said from the onset, so we have some um, requirements from those industries. Okay, so for example, if you are a company that's going to be dealing with PR data, like or probably you are dealing with medical records, so some standards like PCI DSS, like HIPAA, they will require that you should have put in place those kinds of MFA, because if you are not in compliance, it means that you are likely to have a breach, or probably the systems are not going to be secure in that manner. And it's also important because it reduces fraud and identity theft. Okay, so by adding that second layer of defense, so it also introduces or reduces means of account breaches. Now we have been learning about, we all know the common terms, something you know, something you have, something you are. This is where they come into play. Okay. So we know that something can be the password, can be or PIN, or a security question, and so forth. And something you have could be like we have physical tokens, we have our mobile devices, we have smart cards, and now even we have authentication apps, Google authentication apps. We have even Microsoft also have theirs, and several other um, providers. Okay, something something you are rather could be fingerprint, facial recognition, those biometric processes, voice recognition, keystrokes, and you name the rest. So those processes come into play under the multi-factor authentication. Let's understand what exactly the process is like. Okay, how do we authenticate ourselves using this multi-factor authentication? So usually, whenever you access, or whenever user access a web application, they have to log in, obviously. So they'll be asked for the username and password in the login attempt, and they will be able to give the username and password. So after the username and password, the next thing is going to prompt another authentication, okay, which triggers the MFA mechanism, which has been implemented into that system. So probably they're going to ask you for OTP. Usually OTP has been sent to the phone number that was used to register, or OTP can be sent to the authentication app, like Microsoft app, or probably your Gmail or email account. So once that is done, it's been verified. Okay. So the way it works, the system will generate the OTP, okay, from the system's end, or from the server end, and then that OTP will have to match with the OTP that the user enters. So in a more high level view. So it's almost like where you have an if condition. Okay, so if the OTP that is being generated by the system is the same as the OTP that the user entered, then you should authenticate the user. So in the high level view, that is exactly what is going on. So the OTP is being sent to the user, and the user enters that OTP. And if it's correct, then access is granted. Sometimes you might be required to scan your fingerprint. Okay, like I have 2FA activated on my Gmail account. So most of the time when I log in, they ask me to, use my fingerprint and sign in. So usually I have to do that for my phone. Now, like we said, after that, then of course it is granted. The access has been granted. So like we said, it can be generated through SMS. Okay, SMS can be sent, or the OTPs can be sent through authentication apps or through biometric mechanisms and and the rest. So all of them can be used as mechanisms. Now, from a view of a penetration tester, okay, uh, ha- um, it's it's quite similar, okay. Um, I'll be able to get one um, demo or one basic practical where we can be able to understand how this OTP work, or this 2FA will work. So just give me a second. Let me see if I can share. Um, okay. So I hope everyone can see the window. So this is a lab on the postlegal MFA bypass. So just as I have explained, so we will be able to access our app or our website online that will require us to enter our username and password. Now here, so let's say from an attacker standpoint, we have gained access to the username and password of this particular user, okay, which we can get from right here. Okay, so I will use this. But before then, let's use our own credential that we have and see what happened. So let's enter this username, and this is the password. And whenever we log in, like we said, this is the second layer of security. So this is requesting for a security code. This security code has been sent to this user's email ID, right? So let's log into the email account of this user. We can see that we have received the security code. Okay, hello. So this is your security code. We can copy this security code, and we can log in with this security code. So as we can see, we have logged in successfully with this OTP system. Okay, but now let's take for instance, we were able to get this credential of this victim. Okay, we know the username, we know the password, but the email we don't have, the phone number we don't have. So how can we bypass this authentication mechanism? So let's go again, let's log out and let's log in. Okay, so now they're asking for OTP, or they're asking for a security code that has been sent to the user. But now we don't have access to the user's email. Okay, we don't have access to their email, okay, to get the code. So how exactly can we be able to bypass this system? Now, usually whenever a login is performed, we know that a session is generated and a session cookie is saved in the browser, okay? That allows us to have access during the time we have, this active, okay? To whatever time that might be set by the server, for re-authentication, okay? So if for example we might have access to this cookie, okay, or this session ID or this session cookie, then we can be able to also have access to that account, right? So we also don't have access to the cookie. Now let's try some other ways that we can be able to have access to this. So whenever you log in, when a login has been successful, there's a redirection, right? Yeah, there's a redirection. So you are redirected to a page depending on you as a user, right? So if you are a regular user, you might be redirected to a certain page, and if you are an admin, you might be redirected to another page. If we see from the first login we did, oh God, okay, I think we will have to log in again to our account and see. Yes, so let's copy this OTP. Yes. So this is exactly what I wanted to show. So whenever you log in as a user, um you are being redirected to a particular page or particular landing page. So this is the page that was redirected, okay? And we can even just use this one. So if okay, so what we have to do is just to have access to this username and put in the password of the victim. And once we log in, we already know because from our previous login, we know that after the user logs in, it takes the user to this page. I think it's my account. Yeah, my account. Right. So, okay, this is the page. So automatically, because we were logging previously as our own account, that session might also already be saved in our browser, right? So I'm just showing this because even though there are layers of security, don't be carried away because the 2FA is implemented in several other ways and layers. Okay, this is just one of the basics. So most times, if you are performing vulnerability assessment on a particular website. Okay, so these are ways that you can be able to use to test from various security levels. Okay, as to whether the 2FA is being implemented and whether it is implemented properly. Okay, so for this one is at a simple level or a basic security model standpoint. Okay, so if you try this and then it works, then it means that the security level of that particular 2FA implemented in that system is was very low, and it requires or more advanced mechanisms to be able to protect it. So this is just what I wanted to show. You can have further practicals on this also as well. Uh, yes, and next, we have a tool, okay, an automated tool that is called Evilginx, okay, or Evilging. I'll also post the URL to the GitHub page, right, so that we can access it. Probably we can clone it on our distributions and be able to install them on our systems. And maybe in next session, sir, or we can be able to look at practical implementation using this tool. So this is a very powerful tool, and it's mainly for a kind of phishing framework, just as we have other kind of phishing framework in most of the distributions of Linux. Okay, so it acts as a reverse proxy. Okay, and between the victim and the server or whatever application that you are going to access. What it does, it captures the username and password. I think most of us have used tools like EtherCap. Okay, if you have used EtherCap before, you can just comment it in the session. So similar to EtherCap, it captures the username and the password, okay? And but in addition to that, it also captures the session, which is very important when it comes to the bypass of MFA. Okay, so it captures the session ID as well without the user knowledge. So usually it serves as or in the purpose of a MRTM, okay, where it's going to have access to the traffic between the user and um, in the system. All right. So hopefully, probably by next session, we should have that installed in our systems. Sorry, I wasn't able to download because I don't even have Linux on this system I'm using right now. Yes, so I will just share the link.
Seems he got disconnected. Basha. Is Oh, hello.
Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry, I'm using one old laptop. My network card usually just disappear from the system. Yeah, so I have to use an external card, external adapter. Yes. So do we have any question? Please. Or probably I will just ask for the sake. Um, so aside from the tool we mentioned, has anyone been able to use any other tool for this purpose, or have anyone been able to perform any of this MFA attack and been successful? Please, if you have, write in the comment section. Yes, if no, so we are all on the same page. By using Browsuit. Oh, that's good. That's good. Browsuit, it's good. Anyone else? I think we have like one three. Good. Okay, that's good. Anyone else? And which server did you perform the bypass? Was it a live server or was it a local server? Were you doing it for fun? And if it's if this yep, 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 yep. Sure, that's 100%. Okay, okay. So do we have anyone else with the experienced? Probably you might have tried, but you were unsuccessful. It's good. The more we try, the more we get unsuccessful. It gives us an idea as to what next to do. Okay, if we don't try, obviously we won't be able to go anywhere. So especially as pen testers, there's a lot of testing we have to do. Okay, so you have to test from every angle possible. Then you can be able to, uh, yield a fruitful result. Yes, so please use the link and read the instructions on installing this tool. If possible, you can try it out before the next session, and you can be able to give us explanation as to what exactly you were able to find using this tool so that we all can also learn from it. Mind you, this is, a place where we should share our ideas. I know there are a lot of us who have participated in hackathons and probably ball bunted and so forth. And we have some ideas about these things. So we can all discuss it together. It's good when people with the same mindset come together and express themselves. You come, be able to say something. The more you say things, the more you remember things, the more your mind has been open to explore more, and the more people gain and give idea. This is what it's all about. You give knowledge and you also gain knowledge. So please don't be afraid to ask questions and to also give feedback, give whatever little you have, be able to share with your colleagues. um I think this session was for 30 minutes. I don't know. Oh, yes. Yes, so this is it. I hope we've all understood what MFA is. So I'll just call in the next 5 minutes. I'll call because I like to see if people are listening and if people are participating in the session. And this is not like a regular class where we will just sit and listen. Okay, this one is more of not learning, but it's sharing to gain experience. Um, so anyone can unmute themselves and tell us one or two importance of applying MFA into our systems, into our web sites, or into our applications. So I'd like one person to just unmute themselves and explain to us one or two reasons or importance that we should implement this thing. And probably you can go further to tell us as a penetration tester, um, what are some parameters you might want to be looking at whenever you are testing for these kinds of vulnerabilities in the system. Who is Tija? Tija, can you please speak? Tijas.
I think he's speaking on mute.
If you're not speaking, then I think we will mark you absent, and it means you probably you just join and you should say something,
Sir,
please.
did you took my name?
Yes, we listening.
Okay, sir. So MFA is very much necessary because, sir, if by any mistake someone gets
I'm not
our
getting anything
like
from this.
login credentials, so with the help of MFA, it acts as a second line of security, where that person has to go through some OTP or any other kind of authentication to go inside that particular portal.
Sorry, I'm not getting any audio out of this thing.
I'm unable to hear you. Hello. Anyone
Go
speaking
down.
out on this call? Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Now, almost we lost it for
Oh,
two
okay.
minutes. Did you speak
Okay,
out
okay.
anything?
Oh, wow, okay. So I was saying, thank you so much for being part of the session today. It has been a wonderful time with you guys. It's a privilege to always have sessions with people with great minds. You all are wonderful people. You all have this kind of enthusiasm to be able to do things to help protect the cyberspace, to help protect the infrastructure and so forth. It's a very, very good field that you are into, and it requires more practice, it requires more learning, more sharing ideas. Okay. Most time, these exploits or these vulnerabilities don't come in hand. You have to explore, you have to collaborate with friends, you have to have conversations with people with the same mind and so forth. So please always make sure you, whatever opportunity available for you, always explore that opportunity. So thank you so much. I just like to see your comment in the comment section. Tell me what was it like, what the session was like. Was it good? Was it poor? Was it boring? Or do I need some improvement in the accent? Um, because I know my accent is, it might be quite different from what you usually listen to or speak. But if it's good, you tell me. If it's too fast, tell me. If it's too slow, you tell me. So thank you. Just give me the comment and we can call today or day. It's been a nice time with all of you. I'm so happy.
All right. Thank you so much for the session what we had today. I appreciate giving out nice explanation about MFA. Thank you so much for that, Baisha.
Thank you. And I do appreciate you. Let's keep in
And
touch. I'm always available.
yes.
At
Hmm.
at any time you can reach out to me. I am very flexible. And by the way, I'm doing research. I'm doing more of research. So I read a lot and I like to interact with people a lot because it helps me to gain idea and gain more experience with things. So thank you.
To hear. And I should just to update you, last session we discussed about installing the slingshot. So any progress on that? Anyone is still pending to do it? Just make sure we install it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I think, yes, even I think I asked from the onset whether there was some pending tax that's assigned. Okay, but no one responded to that. So yes, please, if you didn't download the distribution, okay, please make sure you download. I think it's about 9 GB or so. I even try to download that on my system. So please, yes, we have to do that to have a more flexible means of practical experience. So yes, I think it's already past the time. Good night, everyone, and stay safe.
All right. Thank you so much for your time today. If we don't
Yeah,
have
you
further
too.
topics to discuss, we can conclude this call if you're okay. And catch you in next session. All right. Thanks. Take care. Bye, everyone.